everyone tonight? Table, how are you?
Doing good.
Yeah, hi, Max. How are you? I did not call you over here. I just got a dog at my elbow. I don't scratch my chair.
Watch the stream.
You're gonna hear some heavy breathing over here. That's my dog. Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. We are back with our Masks, a new generation Ttrpg. Go lay down. Oh my god. Why are you doing this? Go. Watching you.
Smooth sailing.
You know, it wouldn't be this game if the intro didn't have some kerfluffle in it, and today Max is that kerfluffle. Hi everybody, welcome to Masks New Generation, our goofy superhero Ttrpg, DM'd by the wonderful Gray over here. We are about to get into it. Just a reminder, everyone, this is still a charity channel. If you would like to give bits and subs, you can see all the info on how they affect our game down below. All of that money at the end of the month when I receive a payout from Twitch goes to the TrevorProject.org. They provide crisis counseling support to the LGBTQIA plus youth community. And they have a lot of wonderful educational and outreach programs as well. I highly recommend you check them out. You can click the link titled Trevor Project down below in the About Me section if you'd like to learn more about them. We'll be talking about them and a few other wonderful charities near and dear to our heart after the game. So stick around, hang out with us for a while, and affect our game as you will. If you can't affect our game financially, we completely understand. Not everyone is able to give bits and subs, and although it is always wonderful for us to be able to get those during the game and to further these community donations, we do not expect you to do that. We are more than happy to have you here, just hanging with us, vibing with us in chat, and getting to know us and our characters a little bit more. So sit back, relax, accrue those channel points, and you'll be able to affect our game as well with those. That information is also in the About Me section. And with that, Saucefire, go ahead and take it away. What are we doing today?
All right. Hi, I'm Saucefire or Gray. Both he, him, but today I'm going to be GMing a game of masks for my friends. When we last left them, our team of hapless heroes were more or less forced into a camp for troubled superheroes called Camp Wabanaki. There they met several other heroes, much like them troubled, including Cyberlass, a cyborg lady, much like Nielsen, America Kid, and Manifest Destiny Kid, who apparently do not get along. And Digital Lad, who is starting to form a bit of a friendship with our friend RGB. But speaking of our hapless heroes, why don't we get them to introduce themselves? We'll start off with our core team, then go to our guest, and then our lovely showrunner will round us out. So Mabruk, who the heck are you? Who the heck are you playing? And what is their playbook?
I think you're missing the usual introductions, Gray.
Oh, which one am I missing?
You're missing saying every single alias a person has ever had.
Oh, yeah,
before.
sorry. But first, I will ask Mabruk, a.k.a. Jamie Varys, a.k.a. Ramad, a.k.a. A Vague Repose.
Yeah, hi. Now that's me. This is acceptable. I'm kidding, of course. Yeah, I'm Mabruk, he, they, and I play Jamie Ferris, also known as Ramad. They, them, the Doomed playbook.
Cool. Mm-hmm. Next up, we have Ethan, a.k.a. Kadroffel, a.k.a. Nielsen Peabody, a.k.a. Nobody.
Hello. Yes, I'm Ethan. Today, he, him. Today I'll be playing Nielsen Peabody, or as they are known at Camp Nobody. Their pronouns are he or they, and they're the outsider playbook.
Cool. Next up, we have Jen, a.k.a. Koski Sigma, a.k.a. Laughmaker in Scotland. I'm never going to get that one right, am I? I'm going to give it a try every time. A.k.a. Gina, a.k.a. Aeon Storm.
I believe in you, Sauce. Hey, I'm Jen. I go by she, her. I will be playing Jaina, the Nova. Her superhero alias is Aeon Storm, and she goes by she, her.
Cool. And next up is our guest player, LB Hack 'em Up, a.k.a. LB Hack Them Up, a.k.a. Crimson Fury, a.k.a. Ronnie.
Hello, everybody. I'm LB Hackemup, and I will be playing the Crimson Fury, aka Rane. Tonight, we both go by she, her, and I am being the Legacy tonight.
Cool. And last but not least, our lovely showrunner, Sarah, aka the Hype Goblin, aka Crystal Blake, aka RGB, aka Red, Green, Blue. I got it right. It took 2 seasons, but I did it.
Sauce. There's
AKA
one more.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
There it is. That's what I was waiting for. Hey, everybody. I am Sarah. I use she, her pronouns. I will be playing Crystal Blake, a.k.a. RGB, which does stand for red, green, blue, like the lights, not like Ruth Bader Ginsburg, as we like to joke. And she also goes by she, her. She is the beacon, and she is average in every way possible. Scientifically proven 100% grade A.
Using highly advanced scanners.
Mm-hmm.
So after our heroes accommodated themselves at Camp Wabanaki, familiarizing themselves with its very haunted history, and going into their cabins of varying states of disrepair, the teens decided to relax with a nice dip in Teen Strangler Lake. Unfortunately, by doing so, they disturbed a long, ancient Celtic god that for some reason was just hanging around at the bottom of this lake. This creature, known only as Keltis Quiet Maple, rose out of the lake. It is massive in size. It is broiling the water. It is flooding into parts of the camp. This creature is made entirely of moss and lichen, bits of driftwood, but you can vaguely see the makes of this long bearded face. We'll start with Nobody, since you were at ground zero, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll see the reactions of all of our team.
So I can't remember. Did Keltis actually threaten us?
Yes, he said something along the lines of, I'm finally awake and I'm going to destroy the world.
I thought that was the case.
This was directly after someone pondered if he was actually a threat. He's a friend. Time to destroy the world.
Always assume they want hugs.
Yeah.
Jada wanted to make a friend with this plant thing.
Oh gosh, Jen, you're
Oh no, there we go.
the green screen. Nielsen, you were standing at the bottom of the lake. You and Cyberlass were having a conversation about how this technically wasn't swimming. When you were both kind of propelled out of the water. You are now on the shore.
I'm still in the water.
Yeah, you're still in the water. JD's still. Ramad,
I'm like lying on my back.
You're in an inner tube.
Yeah.
Can I roll to assess the situation?
Yeah, sure.
Let's see here.
Let's get these math rocks rolling.
Ooh, that could be worse. That it? Superior +2. That's an 8 then.
All right. I should probably get all my books up.
What here can I use to blank? What here is the biggest threat? What here is the greatest danger? Who here is the most vulnerable?
I'm going to preempt the rules in this case. What would you, Ethan, like to know in this situation?
I'm looking here because most of my abilities.
As much as I like those questions, they may not actually be what you want to ask.
I think that it might, though, just because most of my abilities rely on some form of technology, and I'm in Lake.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that maybe who's in the most danger right now?
I would say the danger is equally parsed out amongst every teen superhero currently, with the exception of Jaina. She can probably look after herself.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And I'm pretty close to this thing, right? Because I was like there. I was in the water when it was coming up.
Oh yeah,
you're on the shore.
You are in the back in the shallow water. It's just kind of splashing onto your and Cyberlass's face. She's just kind of face down.
I think that I'm probably going to go over to. I'm just going to try and make my way over to Ramad. Because if everyone's in equal danger, but Ramad is in the water, I'm going to go over to them. That is, and just sort of like be ready to act whenever we choose to do.
Ramad, Nielsen has just kind of floated over to you. Upon seeing Nielsen float towards you, you see Cyberlass just kind of not really pick herself up, but rather just kind of go from being in a supine position to being upright, and her body sort of reorients itself to be facing forward. So like an arm dislocates, joints kind of append.
She do the thing where her body's facing away, but her face rotates.
No, not really.
No?
More like her face just kind of pops through the other side.
Oh, that's worse.
It's worse because now there are some parts of our human figure that are now back, very visibly backwards.
Oh.
But she approaches you. She's just continuing to walk along the bottom of the water. So you just kind of see the top of her head as she finally gets to your position.
Yeah, I probably got jottled from like the large wave that this creature's emergence caused.
Yeah, it actually would have been very fun, especially if you were in an inner tube, if not for the ancient plant monster talking about ending the world.
Yeah, I don't think I even heard it because like the water in my ears or something. And yeah, I'm like, hello?
Who dares commune with a god?
Me. Tell me about it.
It kind of goes to pick you up, probably by the trunks.
Oh, can I? I'll get out of the trunks and turn into ash and fall into the water.
He's just holding up a pair of swim trunks.
I don't have superhero clothing. I just go into ash.
Throws them over her shoulder. Jaina. What is Jaina doing at the moment? Actually, I will say, Jaina, Phony the Phone kind of approaches you when all this is going on. He's in a little canoe that he has somehow happened by. For those of you who are in the new, Phony the Phone is a little smartphone, but he has been anthropomorphized to have little legs and arms. His face is just flashing emoticons.
Looked down at Phony. Hey.
Well, hello, Miss Lane! And he takes off his hat, puts it against where a heart would be were he not a phone. You got a message from your cousin! Just appears on his chest.
You him up and kind of just hold him.
Oh God, every moment is in agony when I do that!
Well, we need to fix this.
It's why I was made! The message is rather simple. It says, coming to visit you at nerd camp, followed by about 40 hearts and kisses.
Can I respond back, Phony? Is this okay?
Oh, go ahead!
Respond back. Oh, okay. Put Phony down.
No, it's fine. Keep going.
See you soon.
Like to enable text-to-speech.
Why did you tell me this before, Phony? Just put him back in its canoe.
I thought you were having fun.
No.
What is your response?
Say, see you soon. Hope you're all right. Bring popcorn. Make friends with Quarks.
You just get like another sheet wall of emojis. Most of them hearts, one of them corn by accident. RGB, with all this cacophony going on, what is RGB doing at the moment?
Have I gotten my arrows back from Digital Lad yet?
You just gave it to him a few
Okay.
minutes ago, so Digital Lad is right beside you.
Okay.
He's like looking at one appraisingly. He's like, "Oh my god, this is a fire hazard."
Well, I mean, I only had to work with what was in the school tech club, and it's honestly a little underfunded for a technology heavy school, but I might need some of those back. Can you give me I'm just gonna take half of them. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, I don't want these. And he hands them all to you. Just
right. So I'm gonna go help my friends. Wanna come?
I guess. And he kind of flips his hair fringe.
Okay, cool. Come on.
And he just starts hovering away, making a little Jetsons car sound with a little.
Crystal will go with them to where the others are.
Okay, we're gonna take it back maybe 3 minutes, going back in time. Crimson Fury, you and another counselor are in one of the counselors' cabins. This is Susie Papadonovich, aka Lady Vengeance. She is the head counselor here. She is a former sidekick. She was maybe fired, maybe quit. It is hotly debated. And she is currently crying because her boyfriend, Hank, who is across the river, or across the lake rather, dumped her very recently and is in the running to take her job.
Oh, the boyfriend is?
Yes.
The ex?
Yeah.
Oh my. Honey, it's going to be okay. Don't you worry about it. You know what? You're the best camp counselor this place has ever had, the best head counselor this place has ever had, and you are going to continue to be the best, okay? It doesn't matter what that man says or what anyone else says. You believe in yourself.
I can't believe he would do it. The one job he knew would hurt me.
Well, you know what? He is just out here to prove that he is better than you, and you got to show him that you are better than him.
I can't believe Chet is friends with that man.
You know, I will talk to Chet about that because that is not acceptable. I will not have anyone that I'm involved with a person like that.
And it is at this moment of counselor consolation that there is a large rumbling in the ground as Keltis Quiet Maple kind of lifts himself from the bottom of the lake, and Susie just kind of looks at you. Her eyes are kind of like red and puffy, and you can see there's a little bit of snot down her nose. And she says, "Can you take care of that? I can't even right now."
Yeah, no, it's fine, honey. Don't you even worry. You stay here. Get yourself under control.
Yeah,
We're gonna go for ice cream later, all right?
I just need a minute.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I got it.
Oh.
She stands up, grabs her blade, and starts like not running, but like kind of like skipping towards the lake.
Nielsen. Where once there was a Ramad, there is now a cloud of dust. You see the top of Cyberlass's head, and it kind of reconstructs itself so the face is on the very top of the head. And she just says, "This seems inadvisable."
I agree. I will look around, and Jamie's in the water now, right?
Yeah, I'm swimming back.
Jaina, are you in the water on or?
Jane's playing with Phony the phone and just kind of putting Phony back in the canoe and pushing them out into the water.
I will look around for any of my friends who are corporeal and not distracted by technology. Just be like, what is it? What are we trying to do?
Like you were going it out, and the first person you saw was this is the human specter, I think.
Oh yeah, no.
You're like not corporeal. Never mind.
Yeah, the human specter has already run away.
Fantastic.
Crystal's moving towards you.
Great. I think that Nielsen will make their way over to Crystal and just be like, what are we going to try to fight this thing? Or
I mean, I don't even know what it is.
You see this large mossy hand go over to the volleyball net on the beach and just kind of slams down. This massive hand just leaves a handprint and nothing else in its wake.
That's very good.
And you see Zoomerang, you see her boomerang just kind of cut through the air, and she teleports beside you, Crystal, and she's like, What? Do you have an arrow to deal with that?
I mean, not something of that size, but like I might be able to light it on fire if I don't try it all.
But it's standing in a lake.
That was my idea. Yeah, we'd have to dry it off first.
I mean, I have a hairdryer in my suitcase. Want me to go get it?
I mean, yeah, because she kind of grabs her hair. It's like, this water's gross. I think they're dumping garbage in it.
Ew.
They are.
So, did you actually talk to Big Green and Smacky?
I'm totally evil and going to destroy the earth. It's something I just like doing. I don't know if my intent was clear.
I might grab it by now. This is taking a while.
Well, I mean, it was trying to grab you by the swim trunks with its other hand, but you left, just leaving it with a pair of soggy trunks. But as it's kind of holding up this pair of soggy trunks, Crimson Fury, you have made your arrival. You have skipped all the way to the beach where there's currently havoc. Students are running. You see what looks like a corporeal bedsheet with little eye holes, just panicking.
She's gonna take a look at the crushed volleyball net and just can't have that now. You see this blade, which is almost oh god, I don't know how to describe blades. It is like a long sword, but it is thicker at the end with a little bit of a tilt up to it, with sort of a red. Periodically, there's like a red fiery line through it, and as she approaches the water, she kind of like looks up to it, has the blade behind her, and says, "Now we can't be having this." And she like flicks the blade, and you see it extend out as if it becomes a whip. Each of the links containing themselves, but chained together with some sort of fiery like chain. And she's gonna take that behind her and whip it over and attack this creature.
Okay, roll to directly engage this threat.
All right.
We'll lean over to Chris when we like fire on purpose. Seems like a very good use.
Do not want to hurt any of
You're
the.
muted.
No.
I was saying that to Sarah. Sorry.
I mute myself constantly, so I was like, "Oh shit, that was me." I don't want to hurt any of the people around me, so I'm going to pull my punch. So I'm going to roll Savior instead of Danger.
Yeah.
And here we go. So that's an 8.
Okay. As your whip kind of extends out, you see it finds quite easy purchase on this creature, this large mossy monster, almost cutting through it as if there was nothing there, before it gets to maybe the core of whatever this is. But instead of something like nougat or a chocolatey center, instead it kind of wraps around something, a solid object, and when you kind of yank it out, this kind of rather ratty-looking fellow, maybe he's lived in the woods in this area for too long. He's got a beard going down, probably to his waist, and it's all kind of frizzed out, and he's wide-eyed. He's like, "What? No, what are you doing?" As he's pulled through the air.
She steps on the chain, pulling it down.
He kind of slams into the beach with a loud thud. The massive amount of seaweed, basically that once, or sorry, moss and lichen that once occupied this lake floor, just kind of goes back down with a large slam. Anyone who was caught under it is kind of just covered in this kelp. Yeah. But whatever was Keltis Quiet Maple, the monster, has been dealt with very easily.
Now, we can't be having that. And you made quite the mess. Now, you're going to take your time and clean this up. And then we're going to have a conversation, all right?
Well, okay. I guess just ow.
Oh, you're going to be just fine. Don't you worry.
I think my bones are broken.
Oh, you'll be fine. But you do need to clean this up.
Call me an ambulance. And he immediately passes out in the crater that you left for him.
Well, the blade immediately detaches itself and returns to its blade form. She kind of puts it on her hip and it attaches at her belt without a sheath. And she kind of just looks around. Is everyone all right?
There is a loamy fire going on in the middle of the lake where once there was a monster before you struck it down in a single blow. Ramad, Nielsen, and Crystal, I believe you were covered. It's nothing terrible. It's you can probably, climb out of it easily enough.
Jaina faces up.
Yeah, Nielsen just goes through it. You see Cyberlash just sort of like snake through it. Crystal, there's a little laser that just kind of goes, psst, makes a little circle around you, and you start getting tractor beamed out of the hole.
Who's doing this?
When you look up, you see it is Digital Lad.
Oh,
He's on his little Casio watch. He's pressing a button on it. It's releasing some kind of weird beam.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, you might want to shower after this.
Yeah, I was thinking so anyways. Thanks.
No, I mean the neutrinos. They're very radioactive.
I'm sorry, what?
No, you're fine.
I think we have different definitions of what that word is, but okay, I'm good. Okay.
Look, I'm sure you didn't want children anyways. and he kind of hovers away.
I mean, no, but rude to assume.
Nielsen will go over to Crystal. I mean, you've already been irradiated whenever we dealt with that, the frost explosive. So I think any damage is already done. Don't worry.
Well, yeah, but no need to just assume that. Rude. Yeah. Where's my lip gloss?
Crimson Fury. It is currently originally it was supposed to be volleyball time, but with the net down, do you have any activities planned for the campers? If not, you can always just go by the ledger.
Plenty of activities. I mean, this is a summer camp where we want them to have the best summer that they can have. But what's the ledger?
When you look at the ledger, you see there's arts and crafts.
Mm-hmm.
There's s'more making.
Mm-hmm.
There's hero building, and there's Sasquatch hunting.
Okay. So Crimson Fury kind of stands up and does an announcement to all of the campers in the area. And she says, now I know that we were supposed to be doing volleyball time now, and I do apologize for that. We want to make sure this is your best summer ever. But seeing as the net was destroyed, we're going to move on and we're going to do some arts and crafts. I think it's time for some friendship bracelets. What about y'all?
I've already got one. I'm good. Thanks.
And
I want to make so many.
Why?
It's the first human camp I've ever been to. It's fun.
Fine.
I think by now I come out with the water because I'm not a really good swimmer. Nobody was helping me.
It is at this point, Ramad, I need to point out, you don't have any swim trunks.
Nope,
I am remaining in superhero form.
Hey, that dust isn't wearing pants.
This is not the first time I've not had pants in this game.
It just keeps happening.
For some reason. Good thing I'm a cloud of dust. Ash. Keep saying dust. I'm not dust, man. I point at God.
Hold
what are we doing?
Hold on, Ramad digs around in her backpack and lays some trunks on a rock. I've just been packing them because you keep losing them.
That's true. That's very thoughtful of you. I'll jump into the. I'm gonna reform myself as a humanoid.
Miss Jaina, you've got another text message.
Pick up phony
Is
in
it
the
drowning?
canoe.
It's just the sound he makes whenever there's a message.
Okay, yeah, are you in pain?
Oh, constantly.
Okay.
But it says that your cousin Taya is waiting for you just at the other side of the lake with all the rich kids.
Why is Jaina here? She can go to the nice camp.
This is the one for troubled superheroes.
This is the one we were made to go to.
Yeah.
Can you tell her to come to the other one? This one's way more fun, and there's a seaweed monster she can beat up.
All right, I'm telling her that. Ow. Oh.
Can't you record a
speech, Brody?
voice message?
You see that now what you're saying is like text-to-speech phony is just appearing in your text message. But there's a message and it's just like a sad cat crying.
I'll turn to the others. Taya's here. I gotta go see her. Tell the counselors I'll be back in real quick. Make me like 10 bracelets, or I'll make 10. I'll be back.
I'll make you one.
That sounds good.
Cool.
I like that.
I turned to Jamie. Are we just allowed to leave?
I think Jaina just does what Jaina wants.
Okay.
Should we ask her to get something with her?
Oh, bring back good snacks.
I can do that.
Bring back
Okay.
the other camp.
Bring back the entire other chat. Crimson Fury, as you go into the arts and crafts room, this is actually a very haunted arts and crafts room. Lots of Dorian Gray paintings were made here, like just constantly. You are also muted.
Sorry, I was just yeah.
But there's a few tables that are laid out, looking over this rather ratty-looking spider-ridden cabin, daddy long-legs-ridden cabin, because I think sometimes we could get spiders. You see there is both, one, a box full of Camp Wabanaki t-shirts, and two, the material necessary for an arts and crafts time, including friendship bracelets, painting pine cones for some reason.
That's always fun.
Pet rocks, stick buddies. The instruction for stick buddies are just those crazy little stick displays from Blair Witch. Just hang them all up.
I think the Crimson Fury, aka Ronnie, is going to start putting out a string for the bracelets, tape, little beads for everyone, so that they can kind of pick what they want. And she's going to start making her own. It's not very pretty, but it is something.
What? Tell me, how is Nielsen processing this?
I've been thinking about that myself. I'm not entirely sure, because I think it was more of a concept when we were on the bus, and now we're here not dealing with the end of the world. We are just making Jamie's words have started to dig in of like, the world is ending though, isn't it?
Just a little bit.
Yeah,
I would like to investigate purple crystals instead of this.
I think even like a subroutine, a subconscious, I think all the beads that Nielsen is getting for all the braids, like picking out all the purple ones, and that's what's going on to the
It's kind of leaking into the real world. RGB, is Crystal making herself a friendship bracelet?
Yeah, but she's not really good at it. Like, have you seen the wiring in her trick arrows? Like, she's
They
not good
work.
with tiny, delicate things.
You can
I-
make a telephone booth appear out of thin air. I think you can make a friendship bracelet.
I got a lot of help with that, actually. Yeah, I had the idea, but not the execution or the materials. So,
The idea is like 20% for the way.
yeah.
Crystal, you see the kind of fibers in your friendship bracelets start to kind of straighten out properly, as if something's guiding them. And as you look closer, you see Quantum Girl is there. She has shrunk herself down. And you just hear her kind of say, "Your friendship bracelet is so bad. Here, let me do it." And she's kind of like moving it all back into position.
Oh, I mean, okay. Win-win.
Across the lake, Jaina, as you go past the yacht, as well as the sub-yachts for all the helpers, past the swan boats, past the four-part string quartet that is playing Chopin's fourth nocturne, nocturne third movement in E minor. You see that your cousin Taya, dressed in bright shimmering pink, holding a glass of, you assume it's a martini, but she's supposed to be posing as a teenager, so who knows? She has two butlers there. They're handing out watercress sandwiches. And she says, she just starts waving, saying, "Over here! Over here!"
Wait a moment before I go over to her. Hey, Taya.
Well, I've got good news and bad news, and it goes in that order for a bit. So what do you want first?
Whatever order you think is best.
Bad news. Those assassins you hired to kill your old nanny, well, they're all dead. Like,
I
really
figured.
dead.
Okay.
Good news is all of these assassins dying has attracted the attention of Apex, so that's going well.
Okay.
More bad news. You know that Nano Virus that Danny was trying to make?
Yes.
Well, bad news. We've tested people on pretty much every planet we own, and it seems to have spread pretty far. Good news, though, it's completely inactive. It's waiting for some kind of code, some kind of signal before it'll start releasing. Double bad news. By everyone's infected, I mean, that's also including me and you.
Okay.
Continuing down, from what I understand, there was only two people who knew how to activate it. One of them was Danny, who you sent to a tentacle dimension.
Rightfully so.
And the other's Elizabeth.
Oh, fuck. I need to talk to her.
Do you need to send her a message? You see Phony is kind of pulling himself out of your breast pocket.
Oh. She's kind of thinks for a moment. I don't know if she's ignoring me in this squished world. I don't know. Yeah, I guess send her a message.
You got it. All right, I'll tell her about this whole you and the Nano Virus and he looks at Taya. Who are you? Taya kind of smiles a bit and says, "Hi, I'm Taya. I'm Gina's cousin, and I'm going to take over this planet, and it's going to be great."
We are not taking over the planet. Taya, Phony, don't send that to Elizabeth. We are sanctioning the planet.
Oh, no, we're taking it over. All of it gone.
No, looks at Phony. You can't send that message.
Oh, that's what I do.
You can't.
But it's going against my programming. And you see Phony's little phone face starts to kind of get all scrambly. Message sent!
And I just shove him into the water. Yeah, no.
There's sparks coming out of the water, bits of smoke. And you hear Phony just kind of make little spluttering sounds.
Wait a moment, pull him up. So we can reprogram him, right?
You look at this phone, it has been turned off.
Stick him in some rice. Set Phony down.
One of the butlers is like, rice, right away, ma'am.
Oh, I killed the best little soul. Okay. It takes a moment. Elizabeth is off limits to you, Taya. The world is off limits for you. The moment.
And she kind of smirks at it and says, that's not how this works. See, your dad and my uncle both decided I would be taking over this planet.
There's a pause before Jaina gets close to Taya. This is my planet. It's not for you to conquer.
It's not your planet until I conquer it.
Just poke her in the chest. Nobody's conquering Earth yet. Or ever.
And she smirks a bit at that and kind of shakes her head and says, well, Princess, you have fun here at camp, and I will talk with the grown-ups, and we'll see what's going on.
He nods, looks to Phony, and takes the rice bowl once it's delivered, sticks him in it, kind of buries him.
It is more like you are, filling in a grave than...
Pack him in there and look to Taya. Not your job to do what I set out to do. This is a planet that needs to be saved and sanctioned, not conquered.
Look, I know that you kind of have mommy issues going on right now with Elizabeth, but one lady shouldn't stop us from taking over an entire planet. Do you understand how dangerous humans are? If they find out how to turn on that code, we're gone. All of us. Me, you, your parents. We're taking this planet over, and we have to do it with a violence of action that our people are pretty well known for. And I think you'll like it better this way. She kind of gives you one of these smiles.
Don't do anything, Taya.
And she kind of leans back and takes a sip of her martini and says, oh, she just smiles and says, I'll hang back and let you deal with this problem. So, the assassins ain't cutting it. You might need to get your hands wet.
They are a message, not a problem to be solved.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I think I know who's sending the message right now. And she kind of pushes a photo of a crime scene, which just looks kind of like a Jackson Pollock.
Jaina has to hide her smile a bit. Yeah, that's her.
Back at camp.
I have a question.
Yeah, go nuts.
Do I get any sort of notification that one of my retinue has gone offline?
Yes, you do. You also get the message about Apex hunting down Elizabeth.
But
or
not
rather,
about...
they just call it the Mariposa murderer. It's not very inspired.
Mm-hmm. But I do not get the part about conquering Earth.
No,
yes or no?
No,
okay.
Not yet.
Okay. I think I assume I'm sitting near my team. I will just sort of like going through the motions, not even like looking at the things that I'm doing with the bracelet.
Oh yeah, Crimson Fury. One of your little campers. There is now a massive pile of friendship bracelets right beside him.
Well, hot diggity, you're really good at that, aren't you?
think Nielsen will just and then just sort of look over to Crystal and like, and look to Crimson. Yes. And then look to Crystal and like, my condolences.
I'm sorry, what?
It seems like your friend Phony has been murdered.
What?
wait, I'm
We need to
sorry,
launch
what?
an investigation right now. What happened to Phony?
Whoa.
Who did it? I am going to kick their behinds.
I'm not sure. They've just gone offline, and they were at a strong 4% battery before.
Are we talking about a person, AI,
Their name is-
or
A sentient
The name
phone.
is Phony.
a sentient phone? Okay,
Mhm.
not a camper.
No.
I don't think so.
All right.
Not
We just want to
officially.
make sure everyone's happy while they're here.
Well, I mean,
Is there something that we should be doing to find out what's going on with your little friend?
I'm gonna text Jaina.
we don't have perception. Only Phony had perception.
Yeah.
Oh, do I have
Oh, no.
reception because digital lad's nearby?
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
That's
I'm gonna text Jaina. You need to come back right now. Nielsen says Phony's dead. We have to find them. And it's all in caps.
Jada just groans at the text. And text back. Yeah, I've got some bad news. I'll meet you in a bit.
Ominous.
With that ominous ellipses, Crystal, what is your immediate reaction, and what does your friendship bracelet look like?
I mean, I'm not making my friendship bracelet.
Are you at least pretending to, or are you just like
She just
on
kind
the
of
phone?
Crystal like has her like hands on either side of where the bracelet's being made, and is just like kind of like just moving her fingers every once in a while, looking around, maybe touching the string when someone comes by. But for the most part, she's just staying out of it and enjoying not having to make it.
Jaina, back at the Werner Country Club, Taya just kind of reaches into the thing of rice and takes out the phone and says, if there's data on this that implicates us at our invasion, and she starts kind of tightening her grip on it, and you can kind of see a small crack forming along the screen. Nobody can know.
Kind of pauses. It's not, we can't.
You want to get your hands dirty? And she kind of puts the phone into your hands. Now's a good start.
She looks at Phony and just covers him with both hands. We can be better than this, Taya.
We're already better than them.
She slides her hands across Phony and he becomes kelp and she tosses him into the lake.
They'll be happier that way. Now, cousin, please, get your house in order. And with that, she just kind of rockets upwards. No real care or consideration for the area around her, which is kind of reality warped as she left, leaving weird Dr. Seuss-like plants that just kind of weirdly curl in on themselves in her wake.
Jaina gives it a moment before returning back to camp. Hey, guys.
Hey, do you know what happened to Phony? Have you seen them?
Phony got put in water, and then when Taya left, or when Taya visited, that turned into kelp. She was pretty bummed out and angry.
Taya murdered
You sound
Phony?
bummed out too.
I'm pretty bummed. I mean, Phony was a good AI.
Well,
Yeah, well, I also, like,
Just kind of
they
like
were
punch nobody's shoulder. They were a good AI.
a good person to have around. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So we solved the mystery of the dead AI.
Yeah, they became kelp. That makes sense, right? Look at Jaina.
They turned a lot of things into plants over at the other camp.
Mm.
Yeah, that camp is not the best. I mean, I like the people there fine enough, but in general, I'd rather be here anyways.
This is a nice camp. I mean, we have the human specter, points over to the ghost sheet.
Absolutely.
The ghost sheet is currently just kind of there are several friendship bracelets kind of wrapped around it,
Aw.
compressing it into kind of like
Mhm.
a cylinder.
I
Now-
gotta tell you,
Go ahead, sorry.
no, it's all right. Counselor Fury or Counselor
Yes.
Ronnie.
Either way.
Okay. See, my friends and I were involved with some bad stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we're here, because we did stuff.
That's
We
why
were-
most campers are here. Yeah.
We were doing the right thing, but
We were, but
you all think that it's not efficient, and we had some collateral or something. I don't know.
collateral is a good word. Yeah.
I died a few times.
That's
That
not
did
the
happen.
reason we're here.
But that is not the reason we're here. I'm sorry about that. Still,
Yeah.
No biggie, I died.
So, I think Apex is after Elizabeth, according to Taya.
That's a good thing, right?
It's weird, but yeah.
I feel worried for Apex.
Yeah, like Elizabeth can take care of herself. Like we've seen what Elizabeth can do.
I don't think Apex have like an anti-material rifle in their like cars
Well,
trunk.
They might.
I mean, Xenomage can literally dimension hop anybody.
well,
True.
Which sucks.
also I guess there's still many dimensions. There's just one universe now. So
Yeah, kind of.
Taya is not like me. She's more hungry and more mongery.
Hmm.
How much
Siblings, am
interaction?
I right?
How much interaction have we had with Tia, like the group?
Over the summer, you've seen her a few times. She's always very enthusiastic to see all of you.
I think Nielsen does not like Taya.
I'm gonna
I'm
punch her
scared.
next time I see her.
Of
That's
Tia.
fair. But I had to convince her not to make plans at the moment.
Plans too?
You know the plans.
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I'm
that.
asking. I know the plans. That's why I'm asking.
And you see Manifest Destiny Kid approach. He says, "Plans? What are you planning?" He kind of looks at all of you. This
It's all
kid,
right, sweetheart.
this Manifest Destiny Kid is kind of covered in rawhide pants, rawhide shirt, most of it
Mhm.
embossed with American flags and eagles. He's got a pair of blinder shades on and a cowboy hat.
Mm-hmm.
And he says,
And he's very uncomfortable while walking because he's only wearing leather.
Oh, sweetheart, did you finish your friendship bracelet?
Sister, you better believe I finished it. And he holds up a very nice friendship bracelet.
Well, that is wonderful. Look at that. Now, who are you going to give it to?
I'm going to give it to you. And I hand
Oh.
you this red, white, and blue friendship bracelet.
Thank you. Oh, I'm going to wear this forever.
And then America Kid approaches and says, "Well, I also made you one. This one using hemp fibers."
Oh, thank you very much. It's not itchy at all. I appreciate that.
And America Kid just kind of smiles slyly to Manifest Destiny Kid, who says, "Brother, you better believe she's going to get a rash from that bracelet." And he just kind of stomps away.
Kids, am I right?
right.
Is this about the world being taken over?
No, what?
Uh,
Oh, we stopped like some kind of person who was trying to like crystal destroy.
Oh,
So
right.
I once became a purple crystal. I still remember that. I still haunts
Oh,
me.
all right. Mhm.
I don't like it.
Oh, this
wouldn't
is
like
just
it either.
washing over.
Yeah, I just remembered that happened. Like I like completely removed it from my memory. Traumatizing.
It's a traumatizing situation. I understand. We all deal with trauma in different ways.
Do you have a nemesis?
Do I have a nemesis?
Mhm.
I have many nemesis. Well, my family have a lot of nemesis. Nemesis.
Oh,
Nemesis. Nemesis.
what?
Nemopods.
Nemepods. We have a lot of people that we have to fight. You know, the name carries some weight, so people think they can like take you on. Me personally, I don't have any nemesis yet, but I'm still doing a lot of local work, working with charities, obviously working at the camp, trying to build my rapport up before I go into true hero work.
Crimson. You see the camp counselor, Lady Vengeance, aka Susie.
Oh.
And she's kind of like, again, just sniffling a bit, holding up a notepad, and she just kind of rips it and starts ripping it in half and says,
Oh,
"Good news! Chet's here. He brought him. He got in his Jaguar, drove over to visit you
oh,
with his friend Hank."
oh,
Oh.
oh.
Where's the jet part? Where's the Jaguar part?
And
Is it
she's,
that Hank?
smiling? That Hank.
Right. Well, you know what, honey? I made you a friendship bracelet. So,
It's
why don't
it's made
you?
of hemp.
Oh,
She puts it on. Ow.
yeah. Sorry. It's what we had available. Now if you could take over, I will go see Chet.
Okay. Hi, kids. How's it going?
Hey.
I'll slowly like change my position to be next to Jane now.
She kind of snaps her noteboard,
You have a
puts it, throws it out the window, and so, who wants to make who wants to make pinecone friends, and who wants to be a cheating bastard who visits her ex-boyfriend or her ex-girlfriend, and she just kind of goes off on a tangent like that.
You guys just see
Right.
like there's like a loud noise from outside, and you see a human male go flying into the water, his shirt on fire, and you can see Crimson Fury with Chet, kind of a man, well, you know, a 19-year-old person, a male person, trailing behind her.
I would say Chet looks like a regular 19-year-old, but on like Dawson's Creek. Where for some reason he looks like he's in his 30s.
Absolutely. And the Crimson Fury is like walking after this person in the water, her blade out in chain mode, and there is no audible sound that you guys can hear, but you can see her like in her fury and like yelling at this person who is now in the water.
I've got some bad news though, Crimson Fury. Chet kind of takes you by the shoulder and says, "Darling, it's not his fault.
What do you mean it's not his fault? He broke up with her and it's not his fault?
You know that she was so controlling.
It doesn't matter if she's controlling or not. He can't break her heart like that and try and take your job.
He didn't want to go to Camp Wabanaki, and it was all right for him to take the job. There was a position available."
Chet, you know I love you.
Ronnie,
This is not the time for this conversation, okay?
Ronnie, do you really want to spend your time slumming with these miscreants? We're going to be arresting these kids in like 2 years.
You are just the sweetest, but I can't tell you how much I disagree with you right now. I just think that they need a second chance. And you know that not everybody has privilege like you and I do. And we need to just give them a chance to see what the world could be if they put their lives on the right side of the line.
Crystal's
think
at
you
the
just
window
give-
filming this.
I think you're giving them too much credit.
Well, if it comes down to it, and they do become villains, and I have to take them down, you know I will.
They're just gonna
But-
learn how to be better villains. That's all we're
Well-
doing.
Not from me, all right? I can only do so much, okay? But if I don't give them the chance, then what am I doing? I'm just making more villains. And if I don't give them the benefit of the doubt, then they can't learn, okay?
And he kind of looks over to the students and looks over to you and says, "Can't believe you'd humiliate me in front of your students, in front of your little campers. You always do this, Ronnie."
Well, if you'd like, we can go back to your side of the camp and I can humiliate you over there. How do you feel about that?
You know what? I don't need this. I don't need you. I'm going back with Hank.
Well,
Enjoy slumming it.
well, Chet, when you come to your senses, I'll be right here.
And Chet just kind of throws his Letterman jacket over his one shoulder.
You.
Hey,
Indeed.
Chet, is this your car? Points at it.
You see this kind of dark green Jaguar. Obviously an import because the steering wheel's on the wrong side. Yeah.
Your back tire's flat. Walks away.
Why is there a knife in my back tire? Why is it pink with a unicorn on it? You just hear Chet swearing.
Did Jaina steal one of the gift knives from Emil?
I'm sure she's just like grabbing as many as she can.
The Crimson
Down next-
Fury will.
Yeah.
She just walks back in and she's just, no expression change on her face. She's just like, how are they coming, guys? Did we decide we're ending the world or what are we doing?
We were definitely not watching all of that.
Oh,
We're
it's
very
fine.
focused. We're very focused.
Sometimes
I made a snake.
sometimes he just gets that way.
Crimson Fury, you get a text.
Oh.
Beep, boop, boop, boop. Beep, boop, 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 boop,
Do I not actually have my phone here? Yeah.
It's a very big phone.
Yeah.
It just says, "Roses are red, violets are blue, garbage is dumped, and so are you. Don't bother coming to the gala tonight." Jet.
There is the slightest pause from the Crimson Fury as she reads this, and her face kind of just freezes. Like, it doesn't, like, drop or anything. And then she just closes her phone and goes back to everybody. All right. Well, my night's freed up. What do y'all want to do?
I made a box. Holds up the string.
Connected
a
string
very nice
into a 3D object.
It's a cube.
You made a tesseract out of string.
Portal to a faraway place.
It has far too many angles. It has height, depth, and some other
Incomprehensible
stuff.
object.
That is quite impressive. I'm sorry, what was your name again?
My human name or my superhero name?
Your superhero
Nobody
name,
said-
dear.
I whispered
Okay.
to Jaina, nobody says a human name.
I don't know. Aeon Storm. Hi.
Aeon I like that name. It's very punchy. It's short and makes, gives people a feeling of like thriftiness, thoughtfulness,
Susie is still kind of holding back tears, and she's thinking like she's saying like maybe I can change him. Maybe
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
But she goes over to Crimson Fury and says,
Mhm.
"I know we're not supposed to tell campers to do this, but if they're having their gala tonight, why don't we go over there? Maybe try pulling some pranks." She looks around as if she's suggesting a war crime.
Now,
I'm
normally,
already nodding.
I would not agree with such things because, being the bigger person, being the better person, but you were hurt very much. And you know what? I feel like I was a little hurt too. Hey kids,
Yes.
how do y'all feel about pranks?
Yeah, let's do it.
We're
Whatever
pretty good
it
at
is.
them. Yeah.
That's usually how I fight crime.
Wonderful. Okay, a couple of rules here. You have to do as you're told, and no pranks that are going to hurt or kill anyone.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Can we? All right. If we can work within those parameters, I think we can do this.
What if it was by mistake?
And Ramad, you get a high five the minute your hand is in the air by Susie, almost instinctively. Just, but she says, "All right then. I guess we've got our own night plans." And before just kind of going outside, where you immediately hear Miss Piggy style crying.
Nielsen is sad because they were wanting to go hunt Sasquatches.
I also wanted to do that better.
We will take our first break.
Awesome.
Only break.
All right, everyone. We will be back in about 5 to 10 minutes after we refresh our drinks, get our snacks, talk about Saucefire when he steps away from his headset. So don't go nowhere, and we'll see you real soon. Bye. Hello, everybody. Saucefire is hiding. He's playing peekaboo with chat right now. Welcome back, everyone. If you're just joining us, welcome. This is a viewer-affected game for those who are unaware. Everything. Oh, my closed captioning moved. I am so sorry, everybody. Let me just. I don't. Okay, hang on. Technical difficulties there. It's back.
Definitely about as Jack Black as Bowser.
Is that a thing?
This is the viewer affected game. If you would like to affect the game with your bits and your subs, normally we have that on the screen, but as we have a wonderful guest with us this week, we move that information down to the About Me section on my channel page, so you are more than welcome to peruse it there. If you cannot affect our game financially, that is totally fine. We understand. We're just happy that you're here hanging out with us in chat. Accrue those channel points, and you can use those to affect our game as well, to help or hinder us. And you can see all of that info down below as well. Sauce, all you.
All right. So after our guest easily dispatched the monster in a display of skill, our teen heroes went about making some crafts and plotting an alien invasion. But during this lovely crafting period, our camp counselor was unceremoniously dumped by the nefarious Chet, who is across the lake with all the other rich kids having a gala. They've parked all their swan boats. The yachts are, the helicopters have descended down onto the yachts. As you look out onto the water, you can see a large platform has been built, and rich kids are basically just holding mixed cocktails and going, just giving this airy laughter about nothing in particular. Maybe they're talking about capital gains tax.
You.
I too love the acquisition of money. They're talking about like getting their superhero brands out there, marketing, making movies, that sort of stuff. And you can hear it all across the water very clearly.
They all have that accent that you so we can hear them very well.
It is the whitest selection of people you have ever seen. Even in the twilight, they are like beacons of light.
So how do we want to do this?
Well, it is a charity event, so I don't think we want to throw things off too much. Do we have a way that we can turn all their tongues blue?
Yeah.
What kind of charity event? Because if it's a charity event where they already donated, then we can go.
Or
all
that is
not a very
fair.
good charity.
Roll me and
Or-
assess the situation, Ramad.
Okay. My favorite situation.
Assess the situation.
That's not a fail. What do I add?
Ethan.
Superior.
Superior.
That's a 9.
Nice. You know this is a charity designed to help injured water polo athletes.
Never mind. Wait, actually, it's still, they're injured. It would be rude to be like, they're injured. But I think on average, if you do, I know nothing about water polo, which means it's above my
Socioeconomic.
salary. Yeah, socioeconomic brackets.
There's unfortunately they play water polo much differently. It's like regular polo, but the horses have to swim.
Oh,
Sounds like animal cruelty.
that sounds terrible.
They say the cruelty makes it more entertaining. But
Can we burn this place down?
The horses are into it.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
I'm gonna have this said just for anyone concerned. The horses have little water wings. They're fine.
Okay, thank you.
Little buoys on
Okay,
their arm.
yeah.
Love it.
First step, get the horses out of here.
Uh-huh.
Second step, burn this place down. I look at Jaina. You like to wreck shit up, I think.
Yep.
Yeah,
I mean,
think you.
I was just going to turn their tongues blue, but yeah, I like this
Can you
path
turn
you're
them to
going down.
kelp?
No, that's way beyond my abilities. I'm sorry.
Also, then they would be alive, but they wouldn't be people anymore, I don't think, at that point.
Yeah.
I just don't care about them for their feelings.
Now,
Is this the kind of place that has a coat check?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Hey, is there anything in the camp fridge that smells really gross right now, Ronnie?
most of the food.
Kitchen?
I mean, there is something that will smell bad if we leave it out of the fridge.
Well, we need something right now because, I mean, Nielsen's really good at like phasing through walls, so they could totally phase through the wall with, and get some food in there that smells really gross and
You know,
just
I
leave
think
it in
we
a few
do have-
pockets.
I think we do have some nope.
What about stanky kelp?
I mean, there's kelp all over the
Ooh.
beach.
That would work. Anchovies is the word I was looking for.
Mm.
Oh, anchovies would work too.
That's also stank, for sure.
Some good pond muck would certainly not be good to find in your jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Rotting herring is a delicacy somewhere. It's weird.
Somewhere.
Not here.
Yeah.
I mean, that works for me.
You hear more laughing and glasses tinking together from across the pond or across the lake.
I think it would be. Oh, sorry, fish.
Ronnie, you see Chet from your location currently on the beach with the rest of the students. You see Chet, and he is dancing with another lady.
It's been 5 minutes.
It has been 5 whole minutes.
Yeah, Ronnie is like, her eyes sort of narrow for a moment, and she's like, well, now I do think I have a secret nemesis. Okay. Are y'all ready to do this?
Let's go.
Let's try and use the other campmates' abilities as well. Right?
Mm.
Digital lad, what's his name?
Yep,
Digimon.
Digimon. Yeah, he is a digital champion.
Digital lad, probably like some hacker, like to mess with their lighting, make it spooky.
Yeah.
Let's make it so that I think you'll love this, Jaina. Let's make it so that their place seems haunted.
Looks to the human specter. Is that okay? Are you okay with this plan?
Yeah, that's
Move
actually-
things around.
The human specter, who is just literally a bed sheet with 2 little eye holes in it, just kind of floats around and lifts up its arm. It doesn't have any fingers, but you assume it's giving you a thumbs up.
It's not
They're
going
on
like
board.
this, so we're good.
Yeah. They're on board.
Beautiful.
Little human specter folds himself 7 times and puts himself in your pocket, Jaina. Into the pocket.
I love this world. It is just so wonderful.
Wait until you hear about what happened to the moon.
Yeah, the moon got the moon was stolen back in the 60s.
Oh,
It doesn't exist.
No, it exists. It was just stolen.
It exists not here, but it exists.
It exists somewhere, presumably.
Mhm.
The Scarlet Scoundrel isn't telling anybody.
Okay. We have a way for like messing up with the electronics.
Mhm.
We can. What if we make a lot of like string stuff and just throw it at them, they'll think it's like snakes or something. I don't know. Somebody have better plans, please.
I can look like other people, sometimes not very well.
Crimson Fury, you know that snake plan won't work. Because every single water snake was driven out of this county. Years ago.
What if they're haunted water snakes, though?
Oh, right.
gone.
All their ghosts were exorcised years ago.
Guys, look, I had one rule.
It was by a team of Irish
It's not
priests
water. Like,
who just
the idea
kind of
was
came down and were
actual
like,
snakes.
hey, wait a minute. Let's make this more like home.
Well, I could use status to distract them to let you guys in.
That's a good idea.
You hear from across the lake, oh, I love how smoothly this entire thing is going.
I think it's time to go.
Yeah, let's do
Let's
that.
go.
And
It can be really scary, actually. If I just remembered. I have an ability to do that.
Oh yeah, I'm just a cloud of ash.
So, like, I have a be the monster and move to be scary.
That's right.
I forgot about that.
Let's do it.
all right, how are you getting across? this thought comes across your head as you stand on the beach.
Can nobody flatten themselves out to be a sheet of
I was
watts
thinking
and be a boat?
something like that. I don't
Some
think
of you
that's...
can fly. I just want
Yes.
to remind you.
Nielsen was just going to continue walking as if they weren't still on solid land, but
I'm pretty sure.
Does someone want to tow me in a canoe? Or
Well,
I can probably
I could probably row the canoe across.
I can be carried by one of the flying people. I can just be like a ball of ash. Pretty light.
just fold up all your clothes, carry them, and you.
Nielsen, can you give me a quick assess the situation?
Yes, I can.
You're constantly on scan mode.
That's +2, so that is also a 9.
Okay. You see that some of those exceptionally dressed people, some of them don't have dinner plates, but even from here, you can make out some of them are armed. And you can also see from your position that some of them don't really maintain human proportions. Some of them are very obviously enhanced through some measure.
Maybe we should go for other regions.
This is a party for not just rich children, but rich children of superheroes.
Counselor Fury.
I'm sorry, yes. You said that and I was like, Nick Fury.
Sorry, no, I'm just picturing like Ronnie is just deleting all the pictures.
Yeah.
Chat.
Off the Instagram. I'm sorry, yes? Yes, honey?
Are there any secret tunnels that lead underground? Because there are people with guns over there.
Oh, secret tunnels. Secret tunnels. Secret tunnels.
We just ignore the part. We just ignore the part where there are people with guns.
You know that there. It's America. Armed security isn't too unusual.
Mm-hmm.
You know that there was an old salt mine that went under the lake, but again, totally haunted.
Oh, well, yes, there is that salt mine that goes under the lake. It is haunted, but it should be fine if we mind our own business.
And even if we do encounter the supernatural, that'll just give us inspiration for what we're trying to do over there, right?
Right,
Or
perfect.
material.
Maybe we can convince the supernaturals to help us.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I meant.
that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
All right, as you start heading out, Crimson Fury, you know the vaguest location of this mine entrance. It's been boarded up. It has "Do Not Enter." It is a hot spot for teens to go and make out.
Of course.
But as you're kind of going through the mine, you can already hear the haunted chant of miners singing their mining song.
Like children?
No, they're adults. Oh wait, no, I guess considering it'd probably be around the 18th century, yeah, there'd probably be some children there too.
Miners.
But they're happy there.
Miners.
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 Yeah. Whenever I get that mixed up, it's a minor mistake.
Oh.
I'm Prom.
I guess we're
Oh.
mining this joke.
Yeah.
Tune in
Damn.
next week when we replace our GM. I mean,
Yeah. It was a long time coming. But yes, you hear them singing. They're singing about just how much they love mining salt.
Mm-hmm. The air is very dry down here. Just need
That-
to hydrate when we get back up.
That is
Yeah.
actually one of the lyrics in the song.
Oh,
The miners just do not like having dry elbows.
oof. I understand. Lotion up, everyone. Is there anything in our way as we continue down here, or just the spookiness?
There is a minecart kind of blocking the way. The tunnel seems to have collapsed long ago. Just the cart is sticking out. You can see it's filled with old, probably, hopefully inert dynamite.
Oh.
Oh,
Neat.
I mean,
I
we
take a
could
step
take
back.
some of that,
no.
right?
I'm
Maybe
just gonna
it's
put a
fireworks.
veto on that
and
one
not
right
dynamite.
now. Well, I don't think we should track it out. But let me just. Does anyone have any of that super strength there?
I
I
can
have-
punch a hole through the rocks.
I could go to the other side of the rocks to see how much we have to punch through.
Step 1, step 2. Mr. Nobody, or
Yes.
could you please assess the situation for us?
I would like to phase through the rock, and I will. Well, I guess. How difficult did it appear for the human spectre to fold themselves up? Because I would ask them to come with me, but they're in a pocket right now.
Oh yeah, no, he's already on the other side.
Okay, good.
He's trying to pick up a mine, like a little pick, just so he can join in the mine singing with all the other ghosts.
Be included.
The lack of digits is kind of getting to him, though.
Yeah. Hey, it's Minecraft mining.
You can see it is actually very punchable.
Hmm.
It shouldn't be very difficult. You could probably spend a few hours manually moving all the rocks yourself.
We don't have that kind of time.
Am I still a tad strong from the crystal events?
Only one way to find out.
I try to punch at the rocks, I guess.
All right, it really hurts.
I can't remember.
My fist just explodes.
Yeah, it's like the opposite.
I have to
I'm just picturing that scene from Spider-Man 3 where he tries punching the Sandman and his hand just goes in, but it's like the opposite. Yeah, you are now down a hand.
I got this, Ramad. Forgot to say earlier. Thank you for, when we were making bracelets earlier for that.
Yeah.
Pat their shoulder gently. All right. Reality is, and she
Unleash
pushes
your
her hand,
power.
pushes her hand through the rocks and creates a hole that kind of is almost a.
I'm gonna stop you there.
Mhm.
Unleash your power, as in roll to
Yeah.
unleash your power,
Okay.
and then
Roll
we'll
to
see what
possibly
happens.
fail.
Mhm.
We're actually rolling things.
I know, right?
We're playing Masks usually.
We're on a roll. We're playing. We can finally go into the TTRPG category.
And it's plus single danger for me.
Danger.
Unleashes freak.
I think she has something special.
Oh, you have a thing, right?
Yeah.
She's Nova.
Yeah. For me, it's danger.
Just
And that
attack.
puts it to a 12.
Oh yeah, no. This.
Wow.
What does it look like when this pile of rubble is removed?
From reality.
Yeah.
It's just because it looks like, what are they called? Infinity tunnels, where there's like multi-mirrors, like kind of forming into a circle shape, and then a cascade of stars set against a darkened background, and novas kind of push their way through. Here you go.
Well, hot darn, that looks great. Good job.
As you're kind of navigating your way, eventually you feel like a slight drip of water coming down from the ceiling, indicating that you're under the very, very, very haunted Teen Strangler Lake. But you can also hear the sounds of violins and string instruments. as they play terrible covers of hit 70s songs. Right now, they are playing Twilight by Electric Light Orchestra, which I personally find offensive to them. But yeah, you're underneath them right now.
Underneath, the
floating gala.
Okay. All right. Nobody.
Yes.
Can you float on up there and see what the situation is? Just being all stealth-eyed.
I can certainly try.
As you kind of phase up, Nielsen, you arrive at. You can see that you're at the party now. Nielsen, do you change your clothing to kind of fit in? You can see that there are people rubbing shoulders. There are cocktails being handed out. There are little tiny sandwiches with just cucumber on them for some reason. And you can see there are large banners just saying thank you to the NRA for their generous donation to our charity. You're muted, Cabo, but I got your...
I'm going to stay muted on that comment.
There was a cab driver who took me disguised as in our very first game over to meet up with the other supervillain or
as the dinosaur.
Yes,
the dinosaur suit.
Yes, there was a cab driver who was listening to a radio that would have had similar views. So I'm going to try and disguise myself to look like that person, but in the fancy clothing.
That was the first episode. Why do you remember it?
Roll to unleash your power. Even I don't remember that now.
No, I just remembered it because it sounds like something you would do. Sauce.
It's plus freak, right?
Yes.
Okay, 7. So we're good. It was almost a failure.
I mean, you're kind of good.
Yes.
Let's see. Isn't it temporary or unstable?
I mean, this isn't one of my moves. This is just.
Oh yeah, no. I just.
Unleash your powers and sort of make.
Yeah, on a 7 to 9, mark a condition, or I can tell you how the effect is temporary or unstable.
I think a condition makes sense if that's okay with you.
Actually, no. I'm going to interject.
Okay.
Use DM caveat.
Okay.
You are almost good. You kind of look like Tarkin in Rogue One. Did you see that movie? You look like bad CGI. Like,
okay, I mean,
when they try to like digitally replace an actor.
I did see it.
That's good because that was one of my suggestions for how to make this place seem haunted. Is to just be a weird presence.
Yes.
Uncanny.
Yeah, you're definitely in the uncanny valley. Just like every now and then, the face is glitching out.
So I don't want to spend too much time up here. I just want to sort of scope it out, see if I can look. Just like, is there an inside?
There are. It is a large, kind of like a stage up the front. It is otherwise just like a floating platform. There are lights kind of dangling out. There's a large disco ball to accompany the string quartet. Are you looking for anything in particular?
My thought was if there was an inside, I was going to see if there were guards also on the inside. But is there a way to get the people who have to breathe up here easily?
Not that you can see.
Okay. Is there... What sort of technology is present on this boat?
Have you ever been to a high school dance?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, those things.
Yes. This is about as elaborate as a high school dance, but there's butlers handing out. There are servants handing out amuse-bouches. Yeah.
Okay. I will. Do I need to roll anything just to sort of I'm looking around just to like make sure I have enough to tell people when I go back down.
Yeah, you have a good sense of the layout.
Okay, then I will sort of take that in and then make my way back down.
Congratulations! As you are about 1 foot into the ground, you are kind of grabbed by the shoulder, and they say, "Warren, my good sir, it has been far too long. We were just talking." And he kind of like pulls you out of the floor,
Okay, that's what I thought.
taking a chunk of the floor with it.
Mm-hmm.
And he does this easily because you can get the sense this person has some sort of super strength.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of pats you on the chest and says, "You old dog, how have you been?"
I've been fine. I've had a few though. So what? Who are you?
"Oh, it's me, Hank. We've met before."
Okay.
And he kind of gives you another one of those pats on the shoulder. Have you ever seen that awkward side hug people do, where it's like, yeah, awkward side hug?
Mm-hmm. So what exactly is going on here then?
"Oh, we're raising money for the charity."
And why are you on a boat?
"Oh, because finally the monster that was haunting this lake was killed by someone." He rolls his eyes so hard you can basically, feel it.
Mm-hmm. Don't be modest, Hank. I'm sure that you had a hand in this.
I kind of did. I taught that person everything they knew.
Ooh.
Hank kind of says, "And Chet over there, he would love to see you. I think you and him were going to work on a new mobile game, weren't you?"
I was actually just going. I had to go and tend to some of those water polo people.
"Yes. Go count your money. Warren, it has been a treat." He taps you once on the shoulder. Tap.
I would like to attempt to pierce the mask.
Yeah.
My goal in this is this person dead on the inside? Not literally dead.
Is he a ghoul?
Are they? Is this all insecurity, or are they really
yeah.
Actually a vampire.
You can. The insecurity is palpable in
Okay,
this
good.
on this boat, to the point where almost everything seems performative. You get the sense that probably everyone on this boat secretly hates each other.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Back in the mine shaft, what is Ramon's? Actually, no. What is Crystal's orientation right now? Is she like with the group? Is she off on her own?
No, she's with the group. Just
Okay.
waiting for what she's supposed to do.
You hear what sounds like kind of a steam whistle go off, and then this obviously some kind of specter or ghoul, thinning hair on top, maybe a few wispy strands held in a comb over, and he looks at a stopwatch that's, his pocket watch. It's gleaming gold, and he puts it back in, and he kind of trundles over and says, "Why aren't you working?"
Oh, union break.
"This place isn't unionized. We had the Pinkertons in here to bust that up."
Oh,
no.
didn't you get the memo? It changed like 100 years ago.
100 years ago?
Mhm.
Clearly you're not talking right.
Oh, I'm talking perfectly all right. I'm a ghost.
A pick is pushed into your hands. "We got salt to mine."
I think I'm salty enough already, but thanks.
And Crimson Fury, you see this this large company man is accosting one of your campers.
She'll grab the blade from her side and walk forward. "Now, excuse me, Mr. Gentleman Miner. We are just passing through, and if we are going to have a problem, then you are going to be very sad very soon.
Very sad. We'll see about that. No one's going to affect my bottom line.
She'll release the blade so it goes into its chain form. Sorry, its chain form, and she is going to attempt to wrap it around this ghost.
Okay, directly engage this threat then. Would anybody like to assist her?
I'd like to assist her by shoving the pickaxe back at this foreman and just trying to get them off kilter a little bit.
All right, as you kind of put the as you hurl it back at him, the foreman is taken aback. And Crimson, you got +1 on this roll,
Yeah.
and you are muted.
6.
6. Okay, mark potential.
Did you add the +1?
I
Yeah,
did.
there is still some in the team pool.
Mm.
You can use it selfishly, or maybe somebody in the team can help you.
I think how could I even help? I'm not sure because I'm not even in the specific scene.
Mhm.
Can more than one person help? Because
Yeah.
Crystal help.
I know. I'm just
Okay.
Crystal's
not sure
help
how
works. Yeah.
to help.
What about Jaina?
Can I try and scare them?
It would be very difficult to scare a ghost.
Oh, okay.
But not
Then-
impossible.
Oh no.
Because
Oh no, it's
can
connection's
basically
haunted.
be a ghost, which is not going to be scary to a ghost.
You
Hello.
you can't out-ghost the ghost, unfortunately.
Yes.
Unless you
Yeah,
come up with
that's okay.
something really wild.
And
Oh gosh. Now I'm
I duck when it stumbles on. Okay, hello.
If he does stumble, he would just kind of, oh my god, are you all right?
Uh-oh.
All right, well, we let that thing just kind of ride out. What is Jaina doing currently?
I think Jin is watching all of this and kind of hesitates as she puts her hand towards the ghost and looks to Crystal, looks to Fury. This might be weird. I don't know. This is a very big use of my powers. I don't know if I can do it, actually.
What are you doing?
Crimson, your blade just kind of goes right through the ghost foreman.
Oh.
And
That doesn't normally happen.
hitting the kind of rock pile up ahead, or that where once there was a rock pile, and the foreman just kind of starts chuckling at that, and his form starts kind of as Jaina is explaining what she's doing behind her. The foreman is sort of like expanding like a balloon, bubbling and spilling over, and little spectral tendrils are kind of seeping off of him.
Are you doing that to the foreman,
No.
or is that?
No.
Oh,
No.
we should probably get moving.
Jaina
Tentacles are never a
will
good thing.
Unleash her powers and create a reality storm, altering this foreman's form into something tangible.
Okay. Roll that up.
With my danger, I roll 2 4s plus 2, a 10.
Ooh, nice. All right. What would you like to do to this poor ghost?
I think she just kind of hesitates. I really don't know if this works. This is a lot of power. I don't know. This is weird. And she just kind of puts her hand kind of where she assumes the shoulder is,
Mhm.
and makes this foreman a living person once more.
Unfortunately, you all right. There is success,
Mhm.
but it might not be the exact success you want.
That's fine.
As you sort of give this this specter form and function, it just continues to expand as this large fleshy mass, expanding through the tunnels
Oh,
and kind
no.
of struggling to get bigger, before finally it breaches, and water just starts flooding into the salt mine.
Okay, we really should go now. That's structurally unsafe.
All right,
Yeah.
everybody, keep moving, keep moving.
Nielsen, back on the boat. The lake is starting to... the boat is kind of slowly going around this cyclone that is forming in the lake. Very, very slowly, you hear rich kids saying, "Somebody save the pyramid of martini glasses!" See, one guy's running off. It's like, "Somebody save my horse!" And one guy's riding off on his thoroughbred. Just plop, 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 into the water. Say, "This can't possibly be happening to me. I'm rich." What is Nielsen doing currently?
I think the initial thought is, wow, they really stepped up the plan. This is a much bigger idea than we started with. Nielsen is going to try and, first thing, just sort of like immediate, see if a text will get with no service, with low service, through the ground into a mine shaft to his friends.
What would you like to send them?
What's going on?
Crystal, you get the message. It's just what's going on.
Ghost emoji, wave emoji. And it's like the eek face where the face is just like
The Burnus face.
I like the idea that you could have typed that, but you went through and scrolled through all the emojis. That one. That one.
The water is currently about waist deep. Crimson Fury. Your poor campers are in a bit of a bind.
Right. What is the situation as far as like, can we go forward? Can we go? I mean, like going up seems like not a great idea, especially since we'll be going against the flow. Or do we need to go back?
There are two directions. There's forward, back. Well, I guess three. You can go deeper, but you would have to go through the ghost, now made flesh. The ghost monster incarnate. You can go back. That seems like the much more direct route.
Yeah.
Or you could go up. Y'all are superheroes.
I can't fly yet. So I am going to grab Crystal around the waist and sort of like hike her up under my arm and say, "All right, children, this way," and just start running back towards our camp.
my legs do work. Can you? I am a grown adult almost.
What if
I know you are, sweetie.
I'm taller than you are. Put me down.
I put her down.
Crystal, you are now back in waist deep water.
Crystal will run on her own.
Why are we running back? Let's get Nielsen. Nobody's alone.
Well,
With rich people, that's horrible.
Wait a minute.
The flesh monster.
I'm a robot. I'm rich.
Back above. Oh, sorry.
I believe
I'm
it's
not
good
taking that back.
I believe it's good to let your friends. I mean, nobody is very capable, and I believe that their ability to phase through material is going to help them more than it's going to help us.
I'm gonna go up.
Okay, this might require an unleashing of your power, Ramad. Or maybe, let's say defense, since you're trying to help Nielsen.
Can it be unleashing my power?
No. Unless you convince me.
No, I don't think I can use my shadow. Wait a second. Okay, I have a plan, but that's for later. I rolled 2 ones.
Okay.
And I have a negative savior.
Mod, as you are going up through this column of rushing water, you kind of look to the side and you see a pair of arms kind of reaching to take you. Also mark potential. And as you're like kicking your legs to go up, You don't seem to be moving at all, and the arms kind of wrap around you, and you feel yourself sinking and light kind of fading, and then you are taken.
Excuse me?
Back above on the water, Nielsen, the raft you are on, the Gala raft, is slowly circling a toilet.
How many people are here?
About 40.
That's a lot. Is this raft a vehicle, or how did people get here?
It was towed into place.
Okay. Did the towing thing leave?
No, it's still there. It's one of the supplementary yachts. It's not as big, but it's still pretty big.
Okay.
It's the one for the crew, which has its own crew.
I would like to. My goal, at least, is to go over to the yacht and supercharge it to pretty much rocket out of the whirlpool.
Okay, roll me and unleash your power.
Reduced my freak last week.
One.
Yo, high five.
As you start to supercharge, you just feel more and more energy than intended start to be funneled into this yacht. Your nanobots just sort of start to infuse into the control panel you're using to kind of forward your power. And eventually these large thrusters start to form along the back of the yacht. There is the sound of it charging up, and then it makes its very brief journey, maybe about half a kilometer into the Werner Country Club, with the raft on tow flying behind it.
Okay. Mission accomplished.
It crashes with a thunderous explosion. The rich kids are sent to and fro. Most of them are superheroes, so they're kind of used to this. You see them all just kind of making the three-point landing in the fields surrounding the country club, which is now a little bit on fire.
I think Nielsen will text to the group, just all lowercase with a period, pranked.
As you are making your way out of the water, you see that the ceiling it's not very stable. Water goes into salt goes into water very easily, and as the entire mine shaft starts to collapse.
I have a question.
Yeah, by all means.
Salt water, right? Ocean. Well, one, we're probably just completely killing this ecosystem, but also, are we becoming more buoyant in this water?
You are.
That was my question. Or floating along.
Good question. You're just on your back doing the backstroke.
The most unlazy river.
Technically, we could just turn this into a giant sensory deprivation tank. Make it a spa thing.
There's a lot of sensory going on right now, and I think we just need to go.
The water is now at your shoulders as you are going through this darkened mine. You cannot see unless you have some kind of dark vision.
I light up my sword.
Okay. There is one point of light.
I would like to take my phone out and turn the screen on.
You turn the screen. It is even brighter now.
I'm helping.
As you, with the light of Crystal and Ronnie, you are able to navigate your way out of the mine just in time to see the lake completely drain into it. There is now just a muddy field separating you and what was once the Burner Country Club, which is now on fire. And that is where we will leave it for today. LP, thank you for joining.
Look, kids, we cannot talk about this. This never happened. We were never there.
I created a flesh balloon counselor.
I am
Where
very
am I?
concerned with the energy we created in the studio this evening, but it was a lot of fun.
GM,
You are now banned from the game.
GM,
Yes.
where is Jamie?
You don't know where Jamie is.
I don't know where I am.
Jamie doesn't know where Jamie is.
This is gonna be great.
It's gonna be Belinda Bedlam, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure.
I hope it's Belinda again.
I think it's more concerning if it's not.
That's a good point.
Uh,
Devil, you know.
Crimson, Ronnie, as you are like marking off like just an incident report, you're marking. There is just a literal box for taken by a hag for one of your missing students.
Mm-hmm.
Happens all the time. But why don't we move into our end game where we'll find out if you've grown closer to the team, grown away from the team, or grown into your own image of yourself. And also we'll shout out a charity. Why don't I start? I think I've grown closer to all of you. And I would like to shout out Child's Play Charity. It's a charity that provides toys and games for hospitals around the world, as well as domestic violence shelters. They also are now training technicians in how to maintain and clean these devices so that hospitals get the most use out of them. Ethan, is there anything you would like to shout out? Also, grown closer to the team or grow away from the team or grow into your own image of themselves.
I'll do that and then the charity.
Mhm.
It's a tough one. Definitely not grown away from the team. But I think grow into my own image of myself because I had to go a bit solo for this.
Mhm.
Let's see, what are my, because this is, yes, one label up and one down. I don't know. It's,
Yeah, if you
I
need
think-
time, we can always do it later.
I think what it is danger up, savior down.
Nice.
Rocketing the entire party into the building.
Cool.
And then charity.
Yes.
I'm going to shout out Girls Who Code, which is a non-profit organization which aims to support and increase the number of women in computer science by equipping young women with the necessary computer skills to serve 21st century opportunities.
Awesome. Next up is Mabruk, aka A Vague Repose.
That's me.
It's you.
First, the similar to nobody. I have been abandoned by my team, so I'm not going to pick closer to the team.
You
So
ran
I'll,
away, okay? You
I
were
went
told
to
to do
help.
something and
I
went
went to
up.
help. I don't listen to authority. That's one.
Well, we didn't abandon you. You abandoned us.
Crystal wanted to go. She just didn't have anyone to help her get there.
I'm gonna go. I don't think it's fair to like going away from the team, so I'm just gonna pick image for myself. I'm gonna increase savior and reduce danger. Is that the opposite of what you did,
I think so.
Ethan?
Yes.
And for my charity, I'm shouting out the Palestinian Children Relief Fund. With the current horrible atrocities occurring in Palestine, one of the main groups suffering are the children there, suffering from physical and psychological trauma. This charity aims to support them and help them with basic humanitarian needs and shelter them from the ongoing horrible things. If you cannot support monetarily, next best thing you can do is to educate yourself on what is going on there. Through Decolonize Palestine, it's a wonderful website that has a lot of frequently asked questions about the situation and its history.
Cool. Next up, Cosby Sigma, Jen. Did Jaina grow closer to the team, grow away from them, or grow into her own image of herself?
I would say she probably grew away from the team only because through her actions, not the actions of the team. She's just not quite sure how to handle Taya, really feeling guilty about Phony, and she just has a lot to think on and doesn't quite know how to address it.
Yeah, cool. And is there a charity you'd like to shout out?
Yes, I charity and champion the Alzheimer's Society in the UK. They are a nonprofit organization focusing on finding a cure for Alzheimer's and dementia. They provide online resources towards counseling and information, as well as those who are living with loved ones who have Alzheimer's or dementia, how to help those people through these COVID times. So,
Cool. And why don't we go with our guest next? LB, hack them up. LB, hack them up.
Hi, I'm LB Hackemup.
Do you think we're closer to the? You don't have to do this part, but is there a charity you'd like to shout out?
Yes, I would like to shout out the Kalamazoo Animal Rescue. I used to foster for them with their bottle babies. They are a very small group of people, and they're doing a lot of really good work with all the cats out there. I've never seen them turn anything away, even when they should. So it is a great place to see those the babies and to make sure that they're getting the care they need. And there's just really great people in general. So yeah.
Plus, it has a really great name.
Yeah.
And Cam. Last but not least, our showrunner, Sarah, aka the Hype Goblin, aka. No, I'm not going to do that part.
Okay.
Do you think Crystal grew closer to the team, grew away from the team, or grew into her own image of herself?
I don't know, because Crystal didn't do much. She just kind of followed. I'm just gonna leave it at grow into her own image of herself, because I don't think there was anything that would take her away from the team. Because she wanted to stick with the team. The team just all ended up going different directions based on their own choices. And she can't fly, so she couldn't go the direction she wanted to. Let's see. Yeah, I think grow into her own image of herself works. So I'll have to take a look at my my stuff and move something up and down. And my charity of choice, which is the second part of what I need to do right now. Sorry, everybody. The ADHD brain is just, it isn't. The squirrels are running the show today. My charity of choice, as always, is the Ttrpg.org. They provide crisis and counseling support to the LGBTQIA plus youth community, as well as wonderful educational resources. So if you have any questions, they are a great place to start your journey when you are wanting to learn more about that community. And they have a lot of really great stuff for Bi Awareness Week that just concluded, I believe it's concluding tomorrow. So if you're bi like me, happy Awareness Week!
Happy Awareness Week!
And with that, I would like to remind everyone, your bits and your subs, they all go to that charity every single month. I've been doing it since mid-2020. And I could not do it without the wonderful viewers that we have. I could not do it without the people at this table and at our Nexus Adventures table where it originally started. Thank you everyone so much for being on this charitable journey with me. I could not make this change in the world without you guys. So thank you everybody. With that, before my voice gives out, because apparently that's happening. If you haven't had anything healthy to eat today, go eat a healthy snack. If you have not hydrated today, go get yourself a glass of water and hydrate, you beautiful, complicated houseplant. If you have forgotten to take your medication today, this is your gentle reminder to do that now. It is okay. Be gentle with yourself. It happens to all of us. And last but not least, most importantly, if there is someone important to you in the world and you have not told them that they are important to you and that you care about them, go do that now, because we always need to remind people that we care about them. And honestly, some people may just not know. So go do that.
I love you, Sarah.
I love you too, LB. Go do that. Let the people that are important to you know that they're important and make someone's day a little brighter. And we will see you all next week. All right, everybody. Bye.